Hey everybody, how's it going? SSJ Blue Vision here, bringing you guys an update to the Odd Eyes deck profile post September, whatever that date was. So post September ban list. And yeah, let's get on into it. First off, 3 Odd Eyes Arc Pendulum Dragon. Good old Odd Eyes Arc Pendulum Dragon. You just use him as like the best scale 8 in the deck, really. And his effect is that whenever an Odd Eyes card is destroyed by battle or card effect, special summon an Odd Eyes from hand, deck, or graveyard. And next off, we run my personal favorite Odd Eyes Phantom Dragon. His monster effect is that whenever he inflicts battle damage to your opponent, inflict damage to your opponent equal to the amount of Odd Eyes cards in the scales times 1200, so you can do up to 2400 burn damage. Really nice. And then his pendulum effect is whenever an Odd Eyes monster battles, you can make that monster gain 1200 attack. Then we got 2 of Odd Eyes Pendulum Dragon. He inflicts double damage to your opponent. That's really good. Then we have 3 of Odd Eyes Persona Dragon. Apparently we have 4 of Odd Eyes Persona Dragon. That is not even Odd Eyes Persona Dragon. Alright, you don't know that card. And then, yeah, Odd Eyes Persona Dragon. We run 3 of him. His monster effect is that it's a quickie. You can negate the effect of an extra deck monster. And most people just forget about that. So they're like, hey, he's got a 2400 wall. Alright. Starts going to the extra deck. You're like, haha, gotcha now. And you can just negate whatever. Then his pendulum effect, which is mandatory, I found out, that during the end phase, if an Odd Eyes monster you control was targeted, you can basically special summon this dude and then get an Odd Eyes from your face-up extra deck into the scale he was at. And if you meet the requirements, you have to do it, apparently. Then 1 Odd Eyes Dissolver Dragon. Use him to fusion summon into the extra deck. Onto the tuners. Noble Dragon Magician, Perform Pal Odd Eyes Synchron. Noble Dragon Magician, basically, you can activate the effect of targeting your basically level 7 Odd Eyes cards to reduce its level by 3. So you got like level 4, level 3, you got your level 7s, and stuff like that. To finish up the Odd Eyes Lancer Dragon. Basically, whenever an Odd Eyes card would be destroyed by battle or card effect, you can destroy 1 other Odd Eyes card you control. Then onto the spicy tech, I guess you could say. 3 of Supreme King Dragon Darkworm. Basically, if he's in the graveyard and you control the monsters, you can special summon him from the grave. And if he has normal or special summon, you can add 1 Supreme King Gate 0 from deck to hand. Kind of helps with the Electrumite Turbo variant. And Gate 0, good, Scale 0. And if you have another card in the Pendulum Zone, you can't Pendulum Summon. If you have a monster in the main monster zone, you can't Pendulum Summon. For sure. And 3 of Chronograph Sorcerer. Chronograph Sorcerer, he has a Pendulum effect, so you contribute him to special summon Time Gazer Magician from the hand or deck. So it's not really a break if you have him in your hand with Chronograph Sorcerer. Basically, the play is you'll special summon Darkworm, and then get out Time Gazer Magician, go into Electrumite, yada yada. And now onto the spells. I run 3 of Sky Iris with the super rare in the center. Good old Sky Iris, your opponent cannot target your Odd Eyes cards in your Pendulum Zones, and basically you can destroy one card in the Pendulum Zone to add an Odd Eyes card from deck to hand. And to search it out, 1 Terraforming, because Sky Iris is kind of needed, but with you having Electrumite, you want to rely your plays on Electrumite other than Sky Iris. Then for searching, 3 Spiral Flame Strike. This good old Spiral Flame Strike adds a level 7 Odd Eyes monster from deck to hand, and if you control an Eyes card, you can destroy 1 card your opponent controls. It comes up every now and again, but you usually just want to search. Then 2 Duelist Alliance. So good old Duelist Alliance. Basically, if you have a card in your Pendulum Zone, add a Pendulum monster from deck to hand. Add a Pendulum card from deck to hand, so you can only search out Odd Eyes Arc Pendulum and Odd Eyes Pendulum are the only monsters you can search. 1 Odd Eyes Fusion summoning a Dragon type monster from the extra deck, and if your opponent controls 2 or more monsters and you control none, then you can use cards from your extra deck. 2 Dragon Shrine and a Foolish Burial to send your Supreme King Dragon Darkworm to the graveyard. to Pod Desires for draw power. Thins through the deck, get you some last resource cards. Really helpful. Then 2, Fall by the Grave. Really helps out in the deck. Now onto the extra deck. I run 2 of Odd Eyes Absolute Dragon. Basically having the Utopia effect of whenever an attack is declared, detach a material to negate the attack. And when he is destroyed by battle or card effect, you can special summon an Odd Eyes monster from your extra deck. Usually good old Odd Eyes Vortex Dragon. On to the others. 1 Red Eyes Flare Metal Dragon, basically burning your opponent for 500. Can really help out against Trickstar, Sky Striker matchups because they activate a lot of effects. Big Eye to steal one of your opponent's monsters. And just the 1 Gaga Cowboy, if you get like 2 Dark Worms on the field, then just go into Gaga Cowboy, just do some burn damage. On to the Synchros. 1's Supreme King Dragon Clearwing. Whenever you special summon destroy all monsters your opponent controls, really helps out with UTK. Then the 1 Ignister, being able to shuffle cards your opponent controls back into the deck by just returning a card in the Pendulum Zone back to the hand. And then for fusions, 4-Pound Gatling Ghoul for burn damage, late game burn damage that really helps out. 2 Vortex Dragon, whenever he is special summoned, you can return a level 5 or higher monster back to the hand. And once returned, whenever a spell trap or monster effect is activated, shuffle a card from the face of extra deck back into the main deck, and if you do, negate the activation and destroy it. Then as a replacement for Electrumite, 1 Rune-Eyes Pendulum Dragon, he can make up to 3 attacks in 1 turn, also helps out with the OTK. Finishing up the fusions, the Starving Venom Fusion Dragon, go to him, he gains attack equal to 1 level 5 or higher monster on the field, and he also gains those effects. So if they get a Judgment Dragon, then yeah, you just get this dude out, get Judgment Dragon, and your opponent's kind of screwed. Onto the links. Just start off with the good old Electrumite. It's at 1, #RIP Pendulums. So basically what he does, whenever he's link summoned, place a dude from main deck on top of the extra deck. And then you can destroy 1 card in the Pendulum Zone to add 1 card from the face of extra deck to hand. And then when a card leaves the Pendulum Zone, draw 1 card. And then usually I'll Pendulum Summon and then go into this dude from main phase 2. He protects for like when he protects your cards from your opponent's stuff. Then Wee Witch's Apprentice, because 3K Odd Eyes Beat Sticks are too good. And yeah, that is it for the Odd Eyes deck profile. I hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.